Hello there. Today, we're gonna hit on the scandals for a minute, but slow down and pump your brakes, cause we know you all know about the goings-on that's happening with Sean Diddy Combs. That situation continues to bombard just about every news outlet. All the coverage of it can be very overwhelming. And that's the aspect of this whole situation we would like to hit on, the overwhelming emotions of it all. We want you to know that we are saving you a spot in this safe space. This is for anyone feeling the weight of what's going on with Diddy and the Hollywood and music industry scandals. Not sure if you've ever felt this way before. However, when someone we've admired, rooted for, or even just followed in the media faces serious legal issues, it can hit us hard. And it might feel strange to call it grief, but that's exactly what it is. It's a form of grief, so let's talk about it. Grief doesn't just come from losing a loved one. There are other types of grief that's not talked about as much. And that's the grief that comes when the world changes, when people we look up to aren't who we thought they were, or when our favorite celebrities get caught up in life-altering scandals. It's that punch in the gut that makes you question everything and leaves you wondering how to feel. Over the past months, headlines have been buzzing about Diddy facing serious charges and fighting allegations that have a lot of people shook. Whether you're a fan of his music, someone who admired his career, or just following the story to stay current, these revelations can bring up tough, heart-wrenching emotions. It's like a part of the world you thought was solid and stable suddenly cracked wide open. That's where the grief comes in. It's a longing for the illusion of perfection, for the trust we put into public figures, and for the impact it has on an industry so many people look up to. And if you're feeling a mix of anger, disappointment, and even sadness, you're definitely not alone. We're all adjusting to a new reality of who we thought these icons were. And think about it. If you're feeling this type of heaviness, can you imagine how the children are feeling? Regardless of who the accused is, there are always kids left behind to deal with all the scrutiny. So let's see how we can cope, using the A3 method: accept, adapt, and actualize. These 3 steps are coping strategies to help us navigate the complex emotions that come with this kind of grief. The first step is accept. First, you must accept what's happening. Acceptance isn't saying you agree with the behavior or that it doesn't matter. It's acknowledging that this is real, that this situation is affecting you and so many others. It's okay to feel hurt or betrayed. You're allowed to sit with those feelings and emotions and should not sweep them under the rug. You should be extremely candid and honest about your feelings during this first step. Next, we adapt. With each headline and new development, we should adjust how we see the situation and maybe even how we see Hollywood or the music industry as a whole. This might mean creating new boundaries with what we consume online. If the coverage is too much, it's okay to hit pause. Turn it all off. Adapting is about protecting your mental health and finding what feels right for you in this moment. And finally, actualize. Actualize is where you start to find ways to move forward, even if it's just a few small steps. This might mean rethinking our relationship with celebrity culture or recognizing that we can still love the art someone creates without idolizing the person behind it. Or if you're inspired, turning these feelings into something positive, like supporting artists or creators whose values align more with you and the life you live. So if you're feeling lost in all of this coverage or just need a place to decompress, know that you're not alone. We're all about creating a safe, judgment-free space where you can talk through these feelings. Sometimes just having a community that gets it makes all the difference in the world. So, drop a comment below if you're feeling some type of way about all of this, or join our support community where we will hammer down on the raw emotions behind stories like this. Remember, it's okay to grieve, even if it's for someone or something you only knew from afar. Grief takes all shapes, and together we'll get through it. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions about grief, loss, or anything related, let us know in the comments and we will reach out to you. Let's keep the conversation going and support each other through these complicated feelings. Remember, we're here to help you accept, adapt, and actualize your new normals. See you next time.